Beddout. From mechanical living to spiritual awareness. Why we are here, how we live, and our responsibility to the world. That introduction. Are we really living or just surviving? Most human beings are born, educated, trained to compete, pushed to succeed, pressured to earn, encouraged to accumulate, and finally exhausted by the very life they chased. We call this normal life. But a deeper question remains unasked. Are we truly living or merely surviving mechanically? For many years, I myself lived mechanically. My mind was constantly agitated. My thinking was narrow. My opportunities were limited. Not because the world was against me, but because my mind was closed. I later realized something uncomfortable but liberating. I was sabotaging my own life, unconsciously. Not because I was bad, but because I was never taught how life actually works. This masterclass is about that realization. 1. Before birth, after birth, what we forgot. Before we were born, we were pure potential, a spring of consciousness, not yet conditioned. Then we were born into society. Slowly, silently, without noticing, we were trained to believe, this life is the only life. So take as much as you can, secure yourself, compete, win, protect your own at any cost. And this belief changed how we live. 2. The mechanical life, living on autopilot. The first way of living is mechanical life. It is characterized by constant mental agitation, fear of the future, regret of the past, survival mentality, comparison, competition, jealousy, insecurity, closed thinking. Here, the mind dominates everything. We react instead of respond. We compete instead of collaborate. We hoard instead of share. We justify instead of reflect. This life looks successful from outside, but feels empty inside. 3. The rat race illusion. How selfishness becomes normal. When we believe this is the only life, something dangerous happens. We start thinking, my life is more important than others. My child must succeed more than others. My family's future matters more than fairness. My success justifies unethical means. Slowly, silently, people bribe, people accept corruption, people manipulate systems, people steal opportunities meant for others, all under the excuse of survival. But survival at the cost of others is not survival. It is moral collapse. 4. The great equalizer, death. There is one truth that destroys all illusions. Death is inevitable. Whether you are a king, a billionaire, a president, a prime minister. You cannot escape death. At that moment, money is useless. Power is useless. Influence is useless. Unfair accumulation becomes a burden. Ancient scriptures, NDE, near death. Experience accounts and hospice workers all say the same thing. Excessive attachment tortures the mind at death. Unethical wealth creates fear and guilt, and most people realize this too late. 5. The turning point. When awareness begins. Awareness is knowing what is happening right now, inside you and around you, without reacting automatically. At some point, a question arises. Is there another way to live? This question is sacred, because from this moment, life shifts from unconscious survival to conscious living. 6th, the aware life, living consciously. The second way of living is the aware life. Here, the mind becomes a tool. Awareness becomes primary. Emotions are understood. Reactions reduce. Clarity increases. Compassion arises naturally. An aware person does not escape the world. They understand it. They see that. Fear closes the mind. Calm opens intelligence. Selfishness creates suffering. Awareness creates cooperation. Life begins to flow, not magically, but intelligently. 7. Spirituality is not escapism. It is responsibility, true. Spirituality does not say, "The world is illusion, ignore it." True spirituality says, "The world is temporary, therefore act responsibly while you are here." Spiritual awareness means ethical action, fairness, compassion, integrity, responsibility for unseen others, care for future generations. This is mature spirituality. 8. The real purpose of life. Here lies the core philosophy. The purpose of life is not to win the world, but to leave it a little better than we found it. Not everyone can change the whole world, but everyone can avoid making it worse. If each person acts fairly in one decision, refuses corruption once, gives opportunity honestly, treats another human with dignity, the world changes quietly, steadily, powerfully. 9. Success redefined. True success is not accumulation without conscience, winning by depriving others, climbing over others. True success is earning ethically, living peacefully, sleeping without fear, dying without regret. Money is important, but awareness must be more important than money. 10. The legacy question. At the end of life, one silent question remains: did I lift the world or burden it? People are remembered not for how competitive they were, how aggressive they were, but for fairness, kindness, honesty, courage to do what is right. This is legacy. Final conclusion, a call to conscious living. Dear friends, we came into this world from something deeper than matter, and we will return to something deeper than matter. This life is not a battlefield to conquer. It is a garden to tend. You don't need to renounce life. You only need to live it consciously. Choose awareness over fear. Choose fairness over greed. Choose responsibility over selfishness. Choose compassion over competition. Live in such a way that when your time comes, you can leave peacefully, knowing, I did not live only for myself. I lifted the world, even if only a little. That is true spirituality. That is true success. That is a life well lived. Holistic Wellness Foundation. Imphal. Healing beyond boundaries.